HP has entered the arena of gaming laptops in India with a new Omen 17, which comes with a pretty decked out package. Our review unit runs on the Intel Core i7-6700HQ processor and has a 17.3-inch 4K IPS display panel, while the Indian unit comes with Intel Core i7-7700HQ processor and has a Full HD 1080p panel. Starting with the build of the chassis, this is one of the most difficult laptops to take apart. Switching the components like SSD and HDD to improve the performance would be a hard task for enthusiasts. There is an enclosed battery in the bottom left, which in this case is a 95.8 watt-hour 6-cell assembly. The cooling assembly is well built. There are individual heat pipes for the CPU and GPU, and each heat pipe is fairly wide. Another thing that stands out is the speaker assembly, which is not in a symmetrical arrangement, and there are only 2 drivers, while gaming laptops from the competition have multiple drivers to cover different bands of the audio spectrum. The HP Omen 17 does not have an optical disc drive, which is a welcome change. The display panel makes use of an RGB sub-pixel arrangement, has an average luminance of 338 nits and a very uniform brightness level across the board. The display lid is slightly thicker than what some of the competition offers, but we would say that it is warranted to add mechanical strength owing to the larger size. HP's keyboard is backlit with a single color. It's not exactly a disappointment, but you have to give what the consumers want. That is the ability to customize. The touchpad does not have a physical separation for the left and the right clicks, and the texture is slick. The HP Omen 17 has a very standard arrangement of I/O ports. There are 3 USB 3.0 ports, 1 on the left and 2 on the right. Audio I/O on the left and all remaining I/O options on the right. This includes the Gigabit Ethernet port, the card slot, HDMI and DP ports. It's missing a Type-C port, which has now become standard with many devices, especially flagship smartphones and tablets. So not having USB Type-C is something we are not too fond of. Our demo unit being powered by an Intel Core i7-6700HQ processor and 16GB of DDR4 RAM clocked at 24 MHz, which is not exactly bad, but these benchmarks should be considered to be lower than what you will get. The Omen 17 comes with a 256GB Samsung NVMe SSD, which is well above the bare minimum you should have for a boot drive. Accompanying the SSD is a Hitachi 1TB 7200 RPM drive, which if you compare to the competition's 5400 RPM drive is better. Talking about the gaming, the laptop chalked up 12,516 points on the 3D Mark 8 Firestrike. Overall, except from putting in a GTX 1070, there really isn't much about this laptop that would attract the gaming label. Performance-wise, the HP Omen 17 does take a few steps back because of the older CPU, but when it comes to gaming, it decimates practically most of the competition.